Middlesex Panthers won for the first time this season in the NatWest T20 Blast as they defeated Somerset by 8 wickets with 17 balls to spare at the Kia Oval, thanks to a superb unbeaten 128-run partnership in 14 overs by Joe Denley and debutant Ryan Higgins. James Hildreth won the toss and decided to bat on what appeared to be a slow pitch that may take some turn later. Only 3 runs came off the first couple of overs, but then the country's leading run scorer in this season's competition, Craig Keyswetter, went after James Harris, striking him for 3 fours in the over to give Somerset the start they were looking for on a gorgeous evening in South London. 16 runs came off over number 3 and a further 16 came off the next one, with Chris Jones still in the side in place of the injured Marcus Trescothick, producing some stunning shots as Somerset looked to make it a hat-trick of wins under the leadership of Hildreth. These two were quickly putting bat to ball with very good effect. By the end of the 6 overs of power play, the score read 49 without loss, with both batsmen into the 20s. They'd laid an ideal platform for the rest to have a real go against a side lacking in confidence in this tournament after losing their opening 6 matches. The Panthers had to wait until the 9th over for their first success, which came with a score on 62, Jones on 28, edging a sweep off Ravi Patel to Neil Dexter at deep mid-wicket. At the halfway stage, Somerset had made 70 for 1, Patel proving the importance of spin on this surface by slowing the run rate down along with Dexter. Patel and Dexter combined again to remove Peter Trigo for 3. Owen Morgan then turned to Ollie Rayner to try to keep up the pressure, but newman Alvaro Peterson immediately found a way to negate his threat. Keyswetter reached his 5th half-century of the T20 season in just 7 innings, of 43 balls with 5 fours included. He celebrated by hitting the first 6 of the night off Patel, bringing up the 100 in the 15th over. Patel still finishing with the excellent figures of 2 for 24 from his 4 overs. Peterson fell in the 17th over after Gurjit Sandhu replaced Patel, the batsman turning the ball onto his own stumps as he stumbled over to go for 14 with a total on 109 for 3. That brought in Hildreth, who lifted the scoring rate as needed with some clever shots as he tried to get the momentum back with his team before the break. A strong finish is always important, and Hildreth's crafty play was helping his side out immensely while ruining Rayner's figures. His last over, the 18th of the innings, cost 19 runs. Somerset may have left it late, but the boundaries came thick and fast towards the end of their innings. Keyswetter had again played a blinder as he passed his best score of the T20 summer of 70 made just last week. This 6 off Sandhu by Hildreth was a very good way to celebrate that. The visitors were finishing off their innings very strongly. 18 came off the penultimate over and Somerset reached the 150 in the last one, but only after Keyswetter was very well caught by Darvin Milan, the ball coming right out of the sun. Keyswetter went for 74 and Somerset had to settle for a final score of 152 for 4. The last time Middlesex used the Oval as a home venue, Milan hit a wonderful 100 in a quarter-final. This time he was out for a golden duck as Trigo sent him packing in the first over of the reply with an LBW. Denley then went after Trigo, producing the shot of the night with a powerful straight hit, which carried the distance and a bit more. It was followed up just a couple of balls later by an equally exceptional shot from Morgan, one that carried into the old pavilion at the Oval. Middlesex were clearly up for the fight. 19 came off that Trigo over, but Somerset reacted by having Morgan caught in the deep off Dirk Nanners at the start of the next over, the 4th. Craig Overton judged the catch well at deep backward square. Morgan could hardly take it in. The Panthers gave a debut to 19-year-old Higgins, who's been scoring plenty in the second team. He came in with a score on 27 for 2, and what a start he made as he launched into a delivery from Craig Overton, the ball travelling over the long-on boundary. He followed that up with another maximum in the same over to take the total onto 50 for 2 at the end of the power play. It was a very impressive start from the fearless youngster. Denley was also playing a key innings. He looked in prime form as he and his young partner put the Panthers on top by taking the score to 73 at the halfway stage. 80 more now needed off the final 10. Denley pulled Overton into the stand to get to his half-century off 37 balls. It was an innings including 4 fours and 2 sixes, and was one which had set up the game nicely for the Panthers to earn their first win of the T20 summer. The 100 arrived in the 13th over, and with both Denley and Higgins batting confidently, the Panthers were favourites, especially when Denley, looking really good now, hit his third maximum to start off over 14, the target now less than 50. A second six in the over quickly followed as Denley looked to finish the game off in a hurry. It was a magnificent display of clean hitting. Middlesex had been waiting all season for a partnership such as this one. It moved into three figures off 76 balls as the home side were canting towards their victory target. Just 21 runs left to get off the last 4 overs, with Denley moving rapidly into the 90s. The Panthers had been waiting a long time for an evening like this one. The shots of Denley and Higgins, who was extremely impressive on debut, constantly finding the gaps rather than the fielders. It appeared that this had been a good toss to lose for Morgan. A booming full toss from Thomas was edged to the boundary by Denley to win the match. He ended on 98 from only 60 balls, an innings including 10 fours and 4 sixes. It was a brilliant effort from the former England T20 opener. So with 17 balls to spare, the Panthers took the game by 8 wickets. Denley making 98 and Higgins 44 off 37 deliveries. Up next for the Panthers, it's a trip to Essex on Friday, while Somerset also play the Eagles a week on Friday in Taunton.